Okay. Hey, hey, lurkers. What's up? What's up? Mm, Waiting for some of y'all to come in. Hmm. Getting some gusts of wind. Hey, Stella, how are you? Thought I get some knitting in before I retire for the night. Hey, Ola Joe. Getting some a little bit of wind tonight with this drizzle / rain. Oh, okay. Just let me know. Yeah, yeah. That Dominion Power is a trip. Every time we have a storm, a bad thunderstorm, a real bad thunderstorm, or anything, we always on my side of the street, we always lose power. It's always the same transformer, always the same area where they let the trees grow up over the power lines. They got like trumpet flower vines and stuff hanging off the power line, and they know it's the same place every time. But the Dominion Power doesn't clean it up. They don't cut the trees back in that area, and they keep putting the transformer on a pole in the same place. And every time we get a bad storm, it's the same thing all over again. And it's like it's annoying. Yeah, there's people who lights are still out, and it's some of the same neighborhoods, same streets every time we get a storm. Um, and they don't do anything to fix it to make it better. Like the house directly to my right is on a different line than my house. It's right beside us. We're right beside each other. They had power. We didn't have power. The house beside us, on the left of us, didn't have power, and the house beside them was their house is right in front of that pole that I'm talking about with the transformer with the trees all around it and the vines on it. And so it's like they know they can move that transformer down to an area where people take care of the and keep it clear. They cut behind their fences and stuff to make sure nothing grows up. They can move that transformer closer that way, and then you don't have to worry about all that stuff growing up on the pole. People across the street had power. The Mr. Carter house didn't have power. Uh, the house beside his had power. It was just crazy how it was hit and miss who had power and who didn't have power. And his house really needed power because he is on hospice care. So his house needed power. I think his son ended up taking him to one of his sister's houses that had power. Hey, Sunita. What pattern did you use, Sunita? Were you playing yarn chicken? Hey, Ash. Was it like in over by where you are at, Ash? There's still people that don't have power. This wind is getting strong. Thank you, Miss Sheila. I'm feeling well, and yourself? Let me see. Weather. Oh, we still on a flood watch. Ah, so it looks like these winds we getting is still Ian being disrespectful. Look like he backtracking on the job. Let me see the big weather map to make sure. Let me go to the satellite view. Yep, there's still some circulation going on. He's still pulling warm air. Oh, that's not my car. There was there was a wreck right outside our house, the intersection right outside our house. And the guys, I don't know if how the lady hit this car. She probably just didn't stop at the stop sign. Um But the guy that was in the passenger side, most all the damage is on his side of the car. So she almost T-boned them. She got them right as they were entering the intersection. So she just didn't stop at the stop sign. And that guy got out of that car. He almost fell on his face, holding his shoulder. He couldn't put his shoe on because I guess his shoe wasn't tied or whatever. So when he was trying to get out of the car and get out of the seatbelt, his shoe came off. So he couldn't put his shoe on because his shoulder was hurt. And then the guy that was driving, um, he got out. When he got out of the car, he was walking towards her. He already had his phone on recording her and stuff. And she said something, then she turned around and she ran back to her truck, and she got in her truck and she left. And then you got the guy that's hurt. You know how when you in pain you just can't be still, but you shouldn't be moving around and stuff. And the guy that was driving, he ran over to the guy that was hurt, and he was like, made him sit down. And the guy didn't want to sit down because his shoulder was hurt, and he's sitting there. He can't even stand up straight. He's holding his shoulder like this. He can't even stand up straight, and you could see how he was twisted. Like, you could tell something was wrong with his shoulder. And the guy made him sit down, and then I heard, because the fire station is not that far from the house. It's less than 2 blocks away. It's like 2 blocks away maybe at the most. And so they got here pretty quick. But the lady just took off, and she had 30-day tags on her car. It's like a brown SUV, like a Ford Explorer type vehicle. And the guy was videotaping her, so I'm pretty sure he got her license plate and video of her and stuff. At least he had a forethought to let me go ahead and turn on my phone when he was getting out of the car. And then she realized, oh, that he's taking pictures of me and taking pictures of the car. And she had 30-day tags. I'm like, lady, why are you gonna run? Now you're gonna lose your license. You might do jail time because you got a hit and run with injuries. You didn't run the assistance to the person that you hurt driving your car. It's and the car is still sitting out in front of our house on the curb where he could, because it was the radiator is messed up on it. And but they still haven't picked it up. The police haven't come through and picked it up. It's just sitting there on the curb. So yeah. But I am making another of the chemo kerchiefs. It's not, for me, that pattern, this is not a do-rag. This is not what I, as a person of African American descent, considers a do-rag to be. When I hear the word do-rag, I see the wave caps that traditionally black males and black females with short hair or whatnot put on to help form their waves or to keep their hair nice. That's what I see in my mind when I hear the term do-rag. Kerchief is traditionally what we grew up with, a bandana folded in half. You put it on your hair and you tie it up to keep your hair from getting dirt and stuff in it while you out working in the fields, in the yard, or whatever, house cleaning. A kerchief. And they called it a kerchief because it was made from a man's folded handkerchief. So to me, you could call it a chemo kerchief, a chemo cap, a chemo handkerchief cap, whatever you want to call it. But for me, it is not a do-rag. To me, that's just more cultural misappropriation of things. So that's to the pattern designer. The pattern designer named it, not for nobody else, but the person who designed the actual pattern is the one that should reflect on that. So I'm going to call it a chemo kerchief because to me, that's what it is. And the funny thing is, if you go and look up on Ravelry, you'll find this same pattern on Ravelry called a kerchief. So the very exact same pattern, So this is not a new, I designed this pattern. So if you appropriate a name, did you appropriate that pattern from somebody else's stuff? Anybody could come up with this. This is nothing new under the sun. Making a pattern, a dishcloth, or anything, or going ahead and casting on the stitches and then starting your decreases. That's not a new pattern. So, but yeah, that's what I'm working on tonight. I'm trying to finish this up. I'm using the Premier Just Cotton yarn that I had frog the other day. That's all I got left. So I'm probably end up having to go into another ball of it to finish this one. And yeah. But this is knitting up real nice. This yarn for a dishcloth cotton is very soft. It's very drapey. It's really nice. This will actually make a nice garment as well. So, and I was looking at it and I was like, that would be like a nice little jacket for one of my little bugaboos in that yarn. Yeah, a kerchief. That's what I'm saying. If you look at Walt Disney's old movies, Cinderella had one on when she was cleaning. I think Sleeping Beauty, not Sleeping is yeah, Sleeping Beauty had one on when she was cleaning and hanging out with the dwarves. That's just something that girls used to wear, women would wear, and women still wear in a lot of countries when they're going to be doing their house cleaning and stuff. They take their kerchiefs, they wrap up their hair, tie up their hair, to keep it clean for getting dust and stuff in it. So, but yeah. But what are y'all working on? And then this is my progress on my granddaughter's, the oldest one, her poncho. This is how far I've gotten on hers. So I probably got about, I don't know, probably about 8 or 9, maybe 10 more rows. Her mama hasn't decided if she wants her to have fringe on it or not. But yeah. But Luna's looking forward to it. And if she asks me one more time if I finish her poncho, I'm gonna banish her from my room. Like you not the boss of me, little girl. I emailed y'all the link. Um, Jeannie and Sunita. Thank you, Ojo. Yeah. So Ashley, Are you gonna buy babas? Are y'all gonna buy babas? Vertices Unite, Stephen West. What color did you dye for? Did you do a specific dye job or did you just use some of the other yarn you already have?
Hello, Miss Juanita.
Hey, how you doing?
Feeling much better. Hello to everyone in the chat.
That's good. How many more days you got on your medicine?
Oh, I'm done with my medicine.
You done with it?
Yeah.
All right. So the link I just posted at the top, that is for Uprooted Farm and Fiber Co. That's my friend Ashley. She's local. She's a local indie dyer. So she's also a designer. And that's her Ravelry channel. So if you guys who love indie dyers wants a new one to add to your list, right there.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the info. Ravelry. Let me- What is your favorite fiber to spin, Juanita?
Me,
Yes.
Rambouillet. Rambouillet is my all-time favorite.
Rambouillet.
Yeah,
Oh, I never heard that before. Is that like
they're the French. They're called French merinos, but they're not merino. It's derived from the Spanish merino sheep that was gifted to the King of France when they married into the family.
oh,
And with the French had a breed of sheep. I'm not sure what they called them, but they had a breed of sheep that was their royal sheep that was the softest, their soft fiber. And they started breeding these Spanish merino sheep with the French sheep, and they called it Rambouillet. And
oh,
then the Rambouillet fiber was prized because of its warmth, its softness, and it was a dual purpose sheep. So they were meat sheep and they were fiber sheep. And it was a long time before they even allowed them to be sold outside of France. So, and today, Rambouillet fiber makes up a lot of the fiber community fiber in Canada and the Midwest. A lot of that fiber is Rambouillet, or it's been mixed, or it's mostly Rambouillet and Rambouillet mutts and stuff. So, like the Brown Sheep Mill Company, a lot of the fiber that they get from the U.S., from the Midwest area, sheep farmers, it is a Rambouillet based breeds. Um,
mm,
and the other fiber they use is called Punta. It's from South America. It's very similar to Rambouillet, only it has a very creamy color to it. It's like a cream color to it, natural creamy color to it. But
mm.
it's beautiful to spin. Awesome to spin too. So that would be a close second as my all time favorites to spin. Rambouillet and Punta from South America. And they call it Punta because it's from the Punta region of South America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like Falkland. Falkland isn't a sheep. Falkland is the Falkland Islands. So when you get Falkland wool, you're getting a wool that's from a pool of farmers around there, and they simply call it Falkland. Most Falkland wool is Perindale, Merino. What's the other one? Polworth as well. So you have a lot of those sheep, and they just all the white fiber goes into the same pool, and it's sold as Falkland wool. So it's like a blend of all these types of wool.
Oh, wow. And is it hard to find?
Mm-mm,
Oh,
no, I get mines from Crystal Creek Fibers on Etsy. There's also a local breeder here that shows up at some of the shows, and sometimes when she's very eccentric. So sometimes you can get good deals from her, and sometimes she has her stuff. It's like, why did you even show up? You priced it. No one's gonna pay that for it,
yeah.
especially the condition that it's in. Because Ashley can tell you, you see that lady, the crazy lady, and she has the same stuff for the last several years. You see the same stuff because she has it priced, and
Ah,
no one's gonna pay for it. And that, like, why would I buy from you when I can go to an actual breeder here at the festival and buy a fleece and send that fleece off and get it processed cheaper?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Oh, Margie says she's moving her craft room into a bigger room. Oh boy, that means more stuff. You have more space to put stuff. Hey, well, if you got it to do it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. So we don't have to worry about it. It's her house. So
that's right.
yeah.
Not everybody is fortunate to have an extra room for their craft, So
That was my dream until people moved back home.
we have a no revolving door policy in here.
Oh,
Well, if it's an emergency, but My kids, they don't like our rules. Just because they grown, there's
Hmm.
curfew, so they don't like that. So they know they handle their business.
Well, thanks to Corona and then the housing market around here losing its mind. That's
Mm.
why ours is because they were gonna only stay here long enough to get their deposit and then buy the house. But then the market is crazy right now.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
market off the chain.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it makes no sense because a house that costs $100,000 3 years ago, that same house still hasn't sold, but now they're trying to sell it for $200,000 or more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Ashley Lynn, my dream is to one day be able to understand a sock heel. I make tube socks.
ain't nothing wrong with tube socks. Sometimes tube socks is better.
Yeah, I hope to one day knit a sock. I tried it and I just learned to knit, and I was like, "This, I can't do this right now."
Or you could know how to knit socks, but don't like knitting socks, like me.
Yeah, there is a lot of
And,
people like that.
and then they just sit there, and it's like a mental thing because I'll make fingerless gloves all day long. I could do a pair of fingerless gloves with sock yarn in about 2 or 3 days.
Hmm.
But tell me to turn it into a pair of socks, and it's like, yeah.
Hey, tube sock works. I've done tube socks. I've done crochet socks, but not too crazy on the
The
crochet
way
sock.
they don't feel good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I finish this here sucker, I have to pick me up a new project. Actually, do you remember what pattern that Laura used to make that crochet sweater she did? The crochet cardigan she did? I have to ask her. Hey, Miguel, Chick Daddy. Your three babies. So that means you didn't have to cook, you didn't have to cook you any dinner, Miguel. They fed you. Everybody can type in the word purple, count to like 20 or 30 before you hit enter for Nightbot to post your channel link. Yeah, your Silky's a good mom. If she gets that broody that fast. She likes sitting on eggs even if they're not hers. So that's a good chicken.
Hi, Miguel. We have pupusas. Oh wow. Is that loud? I'm gonna put it
What was
on.
that?
That's my Addy. I'll put
Oh, okay.
it on mute.
Or you cranking out some hats or panels.
Yeah, I'm doing a hat and a cowl for someone that I donated to a channel for a giveaway.
Ah, okay. I thought it was a sewing machine.
Oh no.
You thought it was a jackhammer. Mm, that's funny. And my friends in West Virginia said it's been raining there all day from the remnants of the storm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting a little chilly out here too. But I like this kind of weather, so
Yeah. Once all the leaves turn, I gotta prune my fig trees, and
did you say fig?
yeah,
Ooh, that's
I gotta,
nice.
I gotta prune them suckers back because they grew like crazy this year.
Wow. I
And I want to move my lilies from my grandma's house. I want to move them from where they are,
yeah.
so I'll probably dig up half of them to see how they do with the move.
Hello, Carla. Welcome in.
Let's see. Hey, hey, Carla.
And guess what color they chose?
Pink. Hot pink.
Bubble bubblegum pink. It's called bubble.
Mm,
It looks more hot pink on the computer, but it isn't. That color with
mm. With black.
yeah. That's why I was like, I'm not gonna knit this by hand or crochet it. This is gonna go on the Addy. Cute.
The faster you can get it out your site, huh?
Yes. It's free. It's given to you. So, it's like, oh Lord.
What are
Uh,
you working on, Carla? Are you working on a project?
I made this towel for myself. I like the way it worked up. Check it.
What color is that in gray?
This is Ferris wheel yarn,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like magenta-ish, purplish.
So it's more on the purple side.
Yeah.
I was about to revoke your card.
Nah, homie, don't play that. Where do I have
You were
it?
about to get revoked.
Oh, wait, here it is. Ferris wheel. It's called Wild Violets.
Wow, violets.
Yeah. So I made a cowl for myself, and now I'm starting to work on a hat. No, no pinky for me.
Yeah, this is the month, girl.
Yeah, that's the only reason. And I'm making hats for the breast at a local yarn shop that
Mhm.
I go to, and we meet twice a month and have like a knit group. Um, she just asked whoever wanted. I said okay. So make some pink hats for the breast cancer awareness, and she's gonna take them to the center there. So I said okay. Anything to get rid of my pink yarn. I only have it because
Ah.
unfortunately my neighbor had passed away, and his the husband asked me that she had a whole lot of yarn,
Mhm.
and he knew that I knit because I had made her some stuff. So he gave it to me, and I said, "Sure, I'll take it." They were all brand new skeins, all of them. I don't. The granddaughter took some, but he gave me a huge garbage bag.
Mhm.
Most of it was Red Heart and Big Twist. So
Ah, okay.
so it was 98 skeins in there in that bag, all brand new. They weren't used ones. I guess the granddaughter, she separated. She probably figured, let me give her the new ones or whatever.
Mhm.
So there was quite a few of different collections of pink in there, and I was like, well, sometimes people ask me or they want to order something, or baby pink blanket or this or that. So I said, I'll keep it. But slowly but surely, the pink is going down. Hey, Sandrine, how are you, Mama? Haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, hey, are you watching the baby? Check your email, Dreeny.
If you ain't watching the baby, come on up. I miss you.
Nah, she said she got Aiden.
Oh,
Were you able to get any more work done on your scarf, Dreeny, this week? Since the last time you showed it to us?
yeah, it was, Andrea. It was a blessing. It was a blessing, and it was also sad because I was really close to this neighbor of mine. So it was a little sentiment for me.
He's asleep. And I guess you want to keep him that way. Ah. Mm. She said she didn't get a lot done on it. And we think we're supposed to get rain tomorrow too. We're supposed to have rain what, Monday and Tuesday? Is this one of his your mystery knit alongs, Ashley? Or does he have a finished example that he showed y'all? Ah, okay.
I was at the clubhouse, the clubhouse for a plate sale the most of the day, and then ate his mom, and that was it. Aiden saw Sandrine, and he was like, he want to go with her,
Mm.
but he makes her happy.
We dropped off Chunk yesterday.
Mm.
Yeah, Chunk and her brother. They
No.
got they got dropped off yesterday. And then Luna, she came home because she had gone with her mom somewhere. So when she got home, she was like, "Where is my cousin?" And we're like, "Cousin went home to his mama." No, I want cousin back. Go get cousin. I'm like, mm. They need to spend time with their mama. When she ain't working, they need to spend time with their mama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that child can keep you up at night.
Oh no.
Because she was restless. The first night she was restless. And then she wakes up, she be hungry, she wanna eat, and as soon as you feed her, she'll wanna talk to you and stuff with her little singing. And next thing you know, she out cold again. But now you awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you can fall back asleep, and it's like, okay,
Mhm.
thanks, thanks, kid.
Mhm. But her brother, that boy, he sleeps pretty much sleeps all night long. That boy sleep till 9 or 10 o'clock before you wake him up and make him go pee pee.
Mm.
I'm like, you need to sleep like your brother, girl. Hey, Kelly, what's up?
I had me.
Sandrine, you need to behave, ma'am.
Oh, girl. I agree with you, Juanita, what you were saying before about the do rags. I never heard of that word until you mentioned their kerchief. But
Mhm.
when Granny D was saying like they were doing this do rag, and I had got the book, I'm like,
Mhm.
not a do rag.
Mm.
I call a do rag the same thing you do. But sometimes my son will use it when he does his hair and stuff.
Mhm.
Like that's not a
It's a kerchief.
yeah. I looked it up when you said that word. I'm like, I never heard
Mhm.
that sounds like handkerchief. Is she saying it wrong? I was like, well,
Mm.
so I did my investigation. I said, oh wow, I learned
Yeah.
something new.
The old bandanas used to be big, a lot bigger than the ones they sell in the stores now.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
women would fold. It was the man's
Because
kerchief.
my grandmother used to wear it all the
Yeah.
time.
And
Yeah.
so they would take them and they would fold them down, and then they would tie them around their hair to protect their hair when they were cleaning and dusting and stuff to keep all that dirt out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they call them kerchiefs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So because they
Nice.
were made from handkerchiefs.
The history of that.
And so yeah, that's why I was like, when they were talking about do rags, but then when they showed it, it was like that's not a do rag, that's a kerchief, you know.
Yeah.
But then when I got the book and I saw that was actually the name of it in the book, I was like, okay, obviously you don't know what a do rag is.
Yeah. I think also because some people, like you said, it is also a cultural thing, So
Yeah.
mostly the African Americans and stuff, and
Hmm.
because that's what I grew up with, that's what I know as a do rag. And so they just, I don't know, I guess they try to change up the name or whatever, but that's nowhere near what a do rag looks like. And but if that's what they want to call it, oh well. But to me, it's not a do rag.
Mm. And even if it was like, the women just call them head rags, head
Hmm.
scarves or head rags.
Yeah,
Um, and what was it? It was a hairstyle or something called a doobie or something like
yeah,
that.
the doobie.
The
I know
doobie,
what a
and that's
doobie is.
yeah.
Like especially us, like I have curly hair, and if I blow out my
Mhm.
hair and I don't want it to get messed up, they'll
Mhm.
I'll do a doobie, and then
Yeah.
I'll put on, yeah, so it
And
doesn't.
that's the term do rag came from
Mm,
wearing those scarves or head scarves for your doobie to protect your
yeah,
doobie. So I don't know. Drini says she feels no pain.
that's good for you, girl.
And the other thing I didn't like is that she doesn't tell you the yardage of the yarn that she used to make the one in the book. So I went looking for the yarn that she mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a 50-gram ball. So I'm thinking that it was, sock weight yarn or something that she used because it doesn't look like a worsted yarn in that picture.
Yeah,
Because I was only about 3 yards short with the one that I made, the first one I made.
hey Sandrine.
Hey,
Okay, she got to be quiet. So that's how much that I lacked from that ball of yarn that I used. That little bit right there, about 3 yards from finishing. So she should have said, you know, I bought it from this company and it was, this gram ball and it was X amount, if these many yards. Because if I'd have known that it was a little more than
Yeah,
um a 50-gram ball, let me see
I
if I
hate
can
when
find
they do
it.
that in patterns. They don't put
Yeah,
in, or that little info makes a difference.
yeah.
Do
So this one is 142 yards, the one that I use. And so she should have said you need a minimum of like 160 to 180 yards for, what was this? A number 4. This was a light 4.
Yeah,
a light worsted. So she should have said you need like 160 yards if you're going to use a light worsted, or she should have did it in different yarn weights and tell you how much yardage you need for each yarn weight, an estimate based on because people tension are different.
yeah,
So the only way that I could have got this done with that yarn is if I took it back out and used a size 6 needle and then knit it, and then
Hey, Carla.
I would have been able to just use the pink yarn.
Uh,
Hey Carla. So yeah, but you need to write out your pattern so I can make it. That being said,
okay. I'm gonna see if maybe tomorrow I'm gonna do that. Now that I actually feel better today.
So this is for us. I ain't got.
Ooh,
oh,
girl.
you should have did that in your team colors. That would have been cute.
I got one in there that's red and white.
You
Well,
do?
it's gonna be a purse though.
A purse.
Yeah,
Nice.
You gonna line it?
yeah.
Gonna put a zip on it?
No, a button in the inside.
Button on the inside.
Okay, finally went to sleep. Yesterday, his mama brought him over here. Well, she came to bring him some sleeping clothes,
mm.
and she was like, "Give mama a bye hug and kiss, baby." When I tell you, he mushed her face. He was like, "Mm." He wouldn't even give her no kiss. She was like, "Well, come let mama hold you, give mama a hug tonight." He turned it back on because I
Was
had
she
him.
going to work?
Yeah, she going to work.
Mm.
I said, I told Taylor, I said, he's so used to me. He don't even want to come to you. That's so sad. You his mom. You
Mm.
had more than me.
It happens when you know, they're with a person and they get used to them.
Especially if you spending more the sleep time, like before his sleeping time, you the first face he see.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll be keeping the little girl soon. To teach her stop saying good and all that.
Saying what?
Good. Hey, good. You
What?
like what?
What is that?
Good. It's supposed to be hey girl, but she said good. Cause her mama say that.
Mm,
I said, this little girl ghetto fabulous.
And them teachers will have a field day with that.
Hmm.
that's what they're around. They pick up what they hear and see, and
So I said, when she started come over here, I started teaching her how to read and write and stuff.
mm,
Um, she gonna have to get that out of her vocabulary.
that's nice of you.
Thank you, Isla.
Ola
How
Joe
you?
laugh.
Did I say her name right?
Ola Joe laughing at you for the girl thing.
Isela, yeah.
Yeah, she do. She be like, "Hey, good." I be looking at her like, "Who you talking to? You ain't talking to me like that." From me, you get a whooping. What about that, good?
Oh my goodness, that is funny though.
Yeah.
Mm.
I told Taylor, I said, "You need to stop teaching her
Talking
all
around
that.
her like that, yeah.
Yeah, all that kind of crazy stuff." She only 3 years old. They pick up everything.
Oh, they born knowing everything now. I saw this. I saw this video of this baby, this little boy, just born, fresh out the womb, and that boy had his head, holding his head up and looking around like he done been here before, and he looking for
Hmm.
somebody.
Hmm.
Yep.
I,
Aiden, Aiden
I
was
mean,
like
he
that
just
too.
looking straight around at everything. Head ain't wobbly or nothing. And I was like, oh my goodness. That's
Yep.
it. I was like, that boy done been here before. And then my mom and them was saying he getting out the way for the next one.
And that don't even work these days, I tell you.
Well, Ola Joe said her grandson's a parrot, so she know that she know to watch what she say
Oh,
Hmm.
around him.
yeah.
He said he went home today. He told sure enough because they would take and they would say what something they done heard in the
Hmm.
most inopportune time and embarrass you to death.
Tell
And
Mhm.
they,
you.
yeah,
Jessica getting ready to go to work.
tell him I said be safe.
He ain't came out of there yet. Think he in the bathroom.
Sunita said that she ran out of yarn, so I wonder what she made with that yarn. Plain
I
yarn chicken.
I seen that video. It looks scary to me. Oh, what video?
Oh, the video with the baby that was just born was looking around like he been here before.
The hat is done.
I ain't
Yay.
never seen that show.
Oh my lord. Ah,
That's my baby video.
you know, the thing that came to my mind is him dropping a French fry or something and saying, "Oh my lord."
Yeah, they do say the darndest thing. They be like, what?
Mm. Carla said she seen that baby video with that baby looking around like he been here before, lifting his head and looking around. And his daddy asked him, "Who are you?" And the baby actually looked at the daddy. And that's the scary part. And he
Well,
asked that baby, "Who are you?" And the baby gave him this look. Yes.
like, what you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, they do. They say the darndest things, I tell you. Y'all wonder why I'm looking over. I'm looking at this pattern, this mosaic pattern.
Hmm.
Once I get the repeat down, then I want to look over there. Because it's just a repeat. One row repeat. Y'all telling Jeannie she can get it. She can get mosaic. It's just a one row repeat. Hey honey. Your baby over there, look. He just went to sleep.
Hey, Jesse.
He in the kitchen. Not telling when he come back through.
Ah.
He gonna get his work clothes on. I told him them pants look like Michael Jackson pants. They so short. I be like, be that. He be like, be quiet. I be like, be that.
You can say, Eddie, are you okay? Eddie, are you
You
okay?
go.
Are you okay, Eddie? You've been hit by a smooth criminal. Duh. Yeah, I did.
And I told him, I say, you need to stop wearing them white socks. You sure enough look like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
With them plugs on. So this what I was working on right here. So this is a 1 row repeat. So this right here will be all the way cross here.
Yeah.
So
It's looking pretty.
thank you.
And that's a dark purple with lavender, right? Oh, okay.
Amethyst. Y'all know I can't talk. I've been getting it in.
Being bad.
And where's your glasses?
Mm-hmm. Because she sure no squinting, ain't she?
They somewhere around here. On the bed, and they on the bed.
Now, you know that's something dangerous because that boy roll over, see them glasses, they gone.
He'll pull them off. The lady said, "Hey, honey." I told him. I told him about your Michael Jackson pants.
Peter. Sandrine is a trip. Just keep dropping the damn.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's certain yarns it just don't like.
Yeah, but it just did fine. I just worked with this same yarn.
What they're adding? The
Mm-hmm.
central.
She using the Eddie.
The Addy.
Yeah, it is a certain one it don't like.
No, I know, but I just worked with this yarn. I made the hat and it worked fine. And now I'm trying to make the cowl and now it's dropping stitches.
Hey Rosie, how are you?
Hello, Rosie.
Hey, Rosie.
Ooh, what's wrong? See, that's the only thing about it. See, it's still raining, and now the wind done picked up, and so these trees that's been sitting there soaking in that rain from the storm. Now you got more wind.
You in West Virginia?
No, I'm in Virginia.
Oh, in Virginia. Okay, okay.
Yeah, by the coast. So there's like a front that's right off the coast, and then we also got the remnants. Cause that storm is still swirling. But
Oh.
We
most
got
of the
the
heavy rain is in Virginia, is in West Virginia now.
Mm-hmm.
But it still has the rotation, and we still getting some winds because we kind of caught between the remnants of the hurricane and this front that's off the coast, cause kind of like squeezing us, which is why the wind is blowing here.
Oh.
Yeah.
well, we got the wind. We got some of the wind off of it, but we ain't got no rain. I gotta cut these cartoons off.
Yeah.
Now she's holding.
Mm.
Now she's grasping the yarn.
She
Third
said
time
it
is the charm.
after she told it what for, not want to behave.
What part of Virginia you in? I'm in Portsmouth, Virginia. Portsmouth.
Portsmouth. I'm
Yeah.
in Norfolk.
Oh, you're in Norfolk?
Yeah, I'm in Norfolk.
I have family there in Norfolk and in Richmond.
You look like this girl I used to work with and PRA.
Me?
You favor her. Yeah.
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 Hi, Lydia. Welcome in.
Let me see if I can find her name.
Part of BA1.
I'm probably still on Instagram
What you
first.
doing up late and you got to go to work?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
It's only 11 o'clock. The older you get, the less sleep you need. Plus,
Oh
I'm
well,
playing
that's
video
what's up.
games all day. So
That's what's up.
my mind still ain't slowed down. Once
All
I
right
start
now.
yawning too much, you know me, I will be getting off. Once I'm sleepy enough, I will be getting off. What is her name?
Yeah, I caught you by surprise. I just was like, oh, let me go do this in my craft room, and I came over here, and I turned on YouTube, and I see you was live. I was like, hey, 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 hey.
the next time she pops up on my feed, her name just ain't coming to my mind. It's like I can see her face, I can see her husband, I can see her children, but her name ain't coming to my mind right now.
Oh yeah,
That's weird.
yeah. Depressed after a rough weekend at work.
Well, you work in the food service industry. I don't know why when y'all have a non-rough weekend, having
Yeah,
to deal with people and deal with your coworkers.
yep. I'll be 323. I was surprised and glad to see you ladies on tonight. Now I have some company. Well, welcome in. I don't know who you are. I'll be 323.
She's
You know.
old. Albie's old school friend of mine from way back.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
okay. Welcome in. Nice to meet you. I was like, okay, do we have a lurker
yeah.
here? Do we have a troll?
Nah, she's not
Hi.
a pro. She's
Okay.
she's from the Twitter streets.
Okay. Lydia, I'm making. Well,
And
I
Ustream, if I remember right. Did you follow DD2 on Ustream, Albie? I'm trying to remember. Or was it just from up here
I
in
made a hat,
California?
reversible hat, 2 color, and now I'm making a cow to go with it for a giveaway that I donated on a paper craft channel.
So it's gonna be like a tube scarf, or you gonna do a panel?
No, I'm gonna do a tube, and then I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna knit it with my knitting needles.
Yeah,
And
you gonna do a
yeah, I just
Kitchener to join it.
yeah, and make
Okay,
a cowl.
okay.
Nothing fancy slancy, just a little something something.
You said you had a meltdown and started to cry last night. Were y'all like because y'all were like busy or just a hormonal thing? Because the one thing I can say about when you're working on a job, you don't let people take up residency in your head. You just let it roll off like water rolling down the street. You don't let them take up no rent in your head because they're not paying none of your bills. So the best thing you could do is, as my grandma would say, hold your mule. Just don't pay them no mind, keep your mouth shut and keep it moving. And if they keep messing with you, then that's when you get a manager involved. And you let the manager handle it and you just walk away. That's not what you paid to do. That's what your manager is paid to do. because since
Yes,
COVID started, people have lost their ever loving minds.
I'm telling you, girl. Yes, Lydia, I'm using a knitting machine. I'm using the king size, the Addy Express, which is the larger one, and I'm making a cowl there. I will show you after.
I saw a couple of cherry tomatoes out there. One of my tomato bushes decided to do a last hurrah. I'll be getting them bad boys tomorrow and tossing them in some salad dressing.
I ain't cry at work. I used to let them have it.
I just ignored them. I
That
used
too.
to work at Hardee's when I was in high school, and I would just ignore them. They were like, "What? You can't speak to us? You think you're too good for us?" And I just keep on going about my business. Got no time for you. I'm here to do my job and then go home. You ain't paying my. Look, you don't make my paycheck.
That's right. I love my king size adding. Yeah, I love mine too. I have a
Neat.
I have a couple of them. I have all the sizes of the central and the Addies. I have two of each size, and I also have even the Addy egg. I love them. I've been using them. It's gonna be 10 years now, and I've made many things. King size blankets. I've made pocket shawls. I've made shawls. I've made a cardigan. I've made hats and scarves and socks and stuffed animals. I mean, it goes on. It's good when you want to just whip up something quick. It's helpful. It's been a long time that I've used it. It's been quite some time. This teenagers just want to talk. They don't want to do anything.
And that's when you need to let them know. Look, you're here to do a job. We're not here to have no conversations. We're here to work. So let's get this job taken care of so we can go home on time when we get off when our shift is over. So and whoever your shift leader is or your manager, they should know they're gonna notice that the person not pulling their weight. They won't be that long. Unless it's one of their family members now, but nepotism does exist.
I think Jess a little senile tonight.
What do you forget?
We ain't forgetting that. He said, I think you got a package outside on the porch. I said, you still like that? He's like, yeah. I looked outside. Guess what's on the porch? A piece of paper. Boy, bye.
You tripping?
He surely he doing something. I was like, boy, bye.
A piece of paper.
A piece of paper.
Homie's tripping.
He's something.
What do you have a what she said?
The Mattel vintage knitting machines. She got one of them.
the Mattel. I have a sweater knitting machine that is a tabletop, and I think I have every loom knit um that there is. I have a whole wall full of all different sizes and shapes of looms, which I haven't used them in a while either. I've been on a knitting kick.
I ain't know he be rolling around. I think I'm gonna go to bed early tonight. Cause he gonna be rolling around all night. Keeping me up.
He sleep well.
Yes. That's why I put us you would be in my bedroom, but yeah, I don't think it's enough space for him. So I got the air mattress. I blew it up. He over there. We in the living room.
Yeah, that way you ain't gotta worry about him because he sleep well. You ain't gotta worry about him hitting that pillow.
Yeah, I ain't gotta worry
He'll
about
just
him.
blow off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have to worry. Well, it ain't that high. It's look, it's this tall.
Yeah, it ain't that high up. It's,
Yeah,
it's, it's
but
close to the floor. It ain't like him falling off a
no,
bed.
I won't let him
Yeah.
sleep on there by himself. I still sleep on
Mm-hmm.
there with him, but I just put him close to the part by my couch.
Mm-hmm.
So when he won't roll between the couch and the bed. Like if he in my bed, he'll roll beside the bed, and I have to try to find him in some yarn maybe.
Oh,
Mhm.
I know I watched the video. So that's an asymmetrical scarf. So that's why I told you to look at some videos for different ways to wear asymmetrical scarves. But actually, I can show you probably. So that particular scarf, because it's wider on one end than the other, it's better like when you put it on like this, take it around, and then bring it back around like this, and so your tail's hanging in the front. The two small size. Like it's harder to show it this because this is a even triangle, but or you can roll it and have the point down in the front like that, and put it over there like that. Because that scarf is not that long, if I remember right. But yeah, it's not like a traditional scarf that you would take, like those big ones that you put over your shoulders like this,
Mhm.
pin it, or take it around your body. It's a short one. It's more designed to be worn like a cowl than to be worn like a traditional very big um scarf.
Well, I said I wasn't in no pain, but these cramps,
I don't that yarn
they pain.
was, I think it's a number 3 yarn. I think it was that some of that baby yarn from Line Brand. It was some of the baby yarn. Remember they had that stripes? It was like in stripes, the pink and the creamy
Was it
white.
that ice cream
Ice
yarn? Like
cream.
that ice cream
Yeah,
yarn?
yeah. That was some of that
I got
yarn.
the purple one. Jeannie do too. The purple and white.
Mm. Um, who somebody sent me that yarn. It's like you excited because somebody sent you something, and then you open the package, and it's some freaking pink and white yarn. Yeah,
Oh hell no! They don't know you better than that.
they know me. That's why they did it. They mess with me.
Oh damn, that was grimy.
I was like, I'm still gonna make something with it, just so I can go ahead and get it out of my stash.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. and away from me. And not somebody that loves that color and loves the project and can love up on it.
Yep.
And I don't and I don't care. I don't have to look at it no more.
I went right in that room. I went right in that room to get my glasses. Like that song. I wasn't thinking about. All I thinking about was
But you need to get them before you end up with a headache.
they ain't gonna do that. They just some glasses I bought from Amazon. They ain't subscribed.
Oh, they're for reading.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I just went in there. I was trying to find a muscle relaxer.
Uh, I'm telling you, I would be a hurt person if I couldn't have ice water.
Me too.
So I'm almost at 2,000 people, 2,000 subscribers, and now that everybody been trying to help me get my
Watch
hours
out.
up. I'm over 500 hours now.
And how many hours you gotta have? 1,000.
4,000. Mm-hmm.
4,000.
Who? How many?
4,000. You have to have 4,000 hours.
Watch out.
Yeah.
What? Yes. Like
Whoa.
back in the day, you only had to have 1,000 subscribers to be monetized. And then what was about 2 years ago, 3 years ago? That's when they changed it. It might not even been that long. You had to have 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have 4,000 watch hours, and they reset your watch hours. So even so, if you a small channel
Yeah.
and you had it or you were close, if you didn't have a certain amount of viewers, like if I had like 5 or 6,000 viewers, subscribers, then they wouldn't have messed with my watch hours. But if you had less than a certain amount of viewers and less than a certain amount of watch hours, then they basically reset you. They reset you to zero for your watch hours. So
Dang,
I was like, I
messed
was
up.
dejected because I was close to 4,000 hours. I think I had like 3,100, and they gave you so much time to try to get up to 4,000. But I was too busy at that time working
Yeah.
and doing grown folk stuff. I didn't have time to be trying to work on my YouTube.
That's messed up. They did that.
Yeah. And I was
It
like,
takes a long time to get those hours.
yeah. Just like it took a long time to get over 100,000 views on that video. I was
Look,
like,
by the time you get the watch hours, it'll be time to reset. Don't they
it
reset that
reset,
every year?
reset. Yep, yep. If you don't get it by, and I don't even know what day is gonna be when my reset starts. You see what I'm saying?
It's crazy. Crazy.
So the best I can do is try to build up my membership and just keep putting the videos out there and hopefully I get it before the end of December. Hopefully. Because I don't know when they do the reset.
Yeah.
Right. You can't look it up or you don't remember the password or something.
No, I got my passwords and stuff. I just need to find out. I just have to find out like how do they determine when to do the reset.
Yeah. Yeah. You should do that because that's crazy.
Feel like I hear some music.
So it looks like you're supposed to have get 4,000 watch hours a year. But when do my 12 months start? That's the thing. When does my 12 months start? I'm not finding nothing that say.
I don't know. I ain't never had to do it. I don't care nothing about it.
Sandrine, you're monetized or no?
No, I don't need to be monetized. Mm-mm.
Oh, oh, okay, okay. I thought you was monetized.
You know why? Mm-mm.
Oh,
No, ma'am, and no, ma'am.
oh, okay, okay.
Plus, who want to go through all that? That's crazy. And then you gotta do it every year. That's crazy. Mm-mm.
Have you spoken to Bonnie? Because she's not on. Sandrine, you spoken to Bonnie, Mama?
No, ma'am. I think the last time I talked to her was maybe Friday.
I wonder if she's awake.
You know she probably awake.
Yeah, because she doesn't go to bed too early.
Hmm. I think I got 2 foot down on here. Golly, I think I did. I did. I'm gonna make it work for me anyway, so it don't matter. I did. Dang, you had to pull out almost 2 rolls to try to go fix that. I'm gonna make it work though. Uh, Judge Lynn told her she be going off on these people. I think your chat done fell asleep. They stopped saying anything. You hear me, Juanita?
Hmm.
I think your chat done went to sleep. They stopped talking. As long as they lurking, it's all
They might
good.
have went to sleep. So
As long as they lurking, hey, it's all good.
Yeah.
Coco didn't have removing.
Thanks for your company. Good night, Albie. Nice to meet you.
Good night.
good night, good night.
Um, Coco will have movie night on her channel. I'm like, I can't be doing it because I ain't watching what y'all watching. I'm out.
Who,
If
Coke? Oh,
if the
Coke.
movie, yeah, if the movie ain't about Power Patrol, then I can't be watching it because that's what Aiden want to see.
Can you do that up here? I mean, that's like,
No, you watching it on your TV and they watching it on their TV. It's just y'all commenting in the chat. Uh,
oh, okay. They just, oh, okay.
yeah.
But they're not actually watching the movie together on.
Mm-mm.
They're just watching it in their houses and talking about it in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I'm like, yeah, that seemed kind of risky.
I'm telling y'all, hear some music.
You might hear my husband snore. I ain't got no music playing.
I'm talking about in the house. Gotta be. Just somebody left his TV on. He like to listen to music when he go to bed.
Hello, Chris.
Hey, Chris. Chris said he got some. That might not be that Chris. Let me look. Oh no, ain't that much going on, Chris.
Yeah, just hanging out until I'm sleepy enough to go to bed. Obviously, my husband is. He's snoring. He calling every hog this side of the mountains.
Who just to do that too? I can hear him over. Look, I be here in the living room watching TV, and I cut the TV down. I be like, dang, I hear some noise.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be calling them, babe. I be like, oh my god, over the TV, really?
Mm-hmm.
You tried it.
Calling hog. That's what we call it. Calling hog.
Hmm. That's why I ain't in the room. That's why I ain't in the room with it, cause I can't sleep with that noise. I can watch TV. I can go to sleep with the TV on, but with that noise, that snoring noise, it change up and everything. Be shifting gears and everything.
Mm-mm.
See, I can't.
You
I
ain't the
can't.
only one. Hi, Granny D. How are you? Welcome in,
Hey, Granny
Chris.
D.
Granny, do you
How you
still up,
doing?
girl? Hey,
You know,
Granny.
she be up late sometimes too. She be
I
taking
know.
her naps and then she get up.
Mm.
See now, look at it. Now look at it, Jeannie. Jeannie, I wanted to see how that that roll is.
Mm-hmm. I got to learn how to do that. I'm telling you, that's what I want to do. I want to make some. I want to do some kind of border on my big blanket using a.
It's easy to do. All it is drop down doubles, single back loop. That's it. That's it. That is it.
What? You got insomnia? That ain't good.
Actually, I've been woke past few days. What?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Granny.
Mm-hmm.
She probably worried about that storm, but it should have been blowed over by now. That's probably why she can't sleep.
Well, sometimes the pressure changes from them storms keep you up too. Like my ears pop real bad during them storms. Sometimes I end up with an earache.
I cut the storm on the TV when I get ready to go to bed. That's crazy. I put thunderstorms on the TV before
I
I go to sleep.
watched what is it? It's a Korean guy.
The
He's
rain
like,
sounds and thunder.
yes, yes. I love watching those, especially when it snows. When he does the snow ones. Yeah, love watching those. I'm like, somebody need to do that around here. Walk around.
Broke
But it's
on
like
what? What
monsoon
happened?
season over there in some places.
Feel like my eyes closed.
She said she got the knockout meds for the nighttime.
You know that right.
My my second oldest daughter, her boyfriend's mom house, with her baby daddy's mom house. The lightning struck. Apparently the lightning was bad over in that part of Newport News and Hampton, and the lightning struck this big tree that's in their backyard.
Mm-hmm.
and the tree crashed down. They had like a sunroom on the back of the house,
Mm.
and then they got the backyard, and the tree crashed down, so it's leaning over the sunroof, over part of the house, leaning on it, part of the house and the sunroof from that storm. And so they had people there yesterday. They were cutting the tree down and stuff, trying to get the tree off the house in case, like it is today, we got this wind and stuff
Mm.
come. Because they didn't want that tree to rotate. You know, like sometimes that wind can blow it and it'll start in a roll, and then it would have caused more damage from them branches and stuff.
Hmm.
But her nephew was over there helping them with the tree, and he still don't have power. He still don't have power at his house.
Mm.
He live about 10 miles from her, and they still don't have power in their neighborhood.
Hmm.
So they
Wow.
had a lot of trees that came down over there. He said it, and the trees are not. It's not near the road, so the truck companies, the electric company, they actually got to go follow the light line through the wilderness to find out where the trees is down, where it's down at, so they can fix the electric. So we got lucky that ours was easily found and fixed.
Mm. Yeah, they had a lot of devastation. Those poor people, man.
Mm-hmm. What killed me with them showing pictures of them bull sharks swimming down where the streets is at. That's how flooded it was between the ocean and the river. That the sharks were actually swimming down the street. The gators is on top of people's houses, snakes, all
Oh
kinds of stuff. The fire
God.
ants.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. The fire ants. They got mats. Anything that's floating in the water, them ants is hanging on to. And so if anybody was going through the water and end up hitting them ants, Lord help them.
Oh my goodness. And the snakes. Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
That alone will just kill me.
All them invasive species. That's the thing about it. And a lot of them an invasive species. Can you imagine them killer bees is probably living in the walls and some people barns and stuff, and them bees coming out and they
Oh,
ain't got nowhere to be, so they like going into people's houses or roofs or chimneys and stuff to try and get out of that flood zone.
oh jeez.
It's a lot of stuff gonna be going on down there.
Mm.
You just gotta keep praying for them.
Let me tell you, when we used to go to Destin, we used to walk. We used to ride through Fort Walton, right? Here go the here go the land, right? Here go the land, and it ain't even 10 feet away from the water, the ocean. Like it's that close to the road, so any
Mm-hmm.
big gush, it gonna take over that road.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I was like, this is scary if it's storm.
When we were in San Diego, what is it called? Crystal Beach, I think. The the water drop off is a sharp, deep drop off out there.
Mm.
And when the storms come, the waves are so strong that they actually toss those rocks, the cobblestones will actually get tossed into the roadway. And so they always would close that road between our side of San Diego and the Crystal Beach side. So people wouldn't drive down that roadway because them storms are so strong and powerful. They throwing the rocks onto the road. And not only that, the water goes over the road. So then you get all this sand piling up on the road. And do you know some crazy people went around that barricade?
Hmm.
They were, and the rock smashed their windshield, and then the car got stuck in that wet sand. And they sitting there. Now they got to go rescue these fools. I'm like, people like that, that's when they need to throw the book at them
Yep.
when they do stuff like that. Because
Yep.
now you're risking these people's lives.
Yep.
The police and the rescuers, you risking their lives to go out there and save you for you doing something stupid.
But you're stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. So
When
those
they
are
coming
the
out,
people, they need to prosecute people like that.
when
And they
they,
need to make an example of them. Make sure it's public so that these fools know, oh, I shouldn't go surfing during a hurricane.
yeah,
And I
when they,
think one
when they
one
could be
hurricane
saving
they
people
had,
that need
the
to be
guy got
saved.
the guy friend was filming him, and the wave crashed down onto him, and they never found that boy body. Like, really, you wanna go surfing during a hurricane? Seriously.
Freaking idiots. You know, they're taking away from other people that are really
Mm-hmm.
need the help while they're over there rescuing these.
Look,
Uh,
when we had our hurricane, tornado, hurricane, whatever, tore up half of Tuscaloosa. Um, one lady was looking for her son. She couldn't find her son nowhere. He was like 3 or 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
The hurricane had took him from Tuscaloosa to Birmingham, which is like 45 minutes away. They found him in Birmingham.
oh
The
my.
storm let him out, but
Mm-hmm.
he was good. He just traveling with the rest of the stuff,
Wow.
45 minutes away from home.
He was alive.
He was alive.
That's a
Wow.
miracle. That was a
Yeah.
It
pretty
is.
miracle.
God, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I had a hold on his life.
I
Hmm.
remember they showed one storm where the daddy had got the children up and high up into the tree as he could get them, and he couldn't go up there because he was too heavy. The limbs would have broke, and he was holding on to the tree, and the water come up over him. And but they rescued the children out the top of the tree, and but the daddy had been washed away.
Mm, 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 mm.
But he saved his children.
But he saved
Hmm.
his children. Yep.
Mhm.
And they found him 2 or 3 weeks later, trapped in debris, like where it had swept down the houses and cars and all this stuff, like this big debris pile. They found him and some other people tangled up in all that stuff.
Mm, 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 mm.
And that's why it's like, dude, they tell you to leave, leave. They ain't no
Yeah.
joke. It ain't no joke.
Yeah, man. These people be like, no, I'm gonna stay here. I'm like, listen, you know what? You'll be surprised. The material stuff, man,
Hmm.
that
Forget that.
be
I ain't worried about it.
yeah, you know,
You
like
look at Katrina when they show those following those rescuers. They would go up to the house. The police, they knock on the door and stuff. And the ones where the water had, they were going to these houses where the people have been reported missing. And
mhm.
they go to the house. The police gain entry into the house, and they will come out and they put that big X on that door, and then they will secure the property. That means that everybody in that house found
Died.
deceased. They died,
Hmm.
Mhm.
drowned in their own house in that storm. And they was like, one man, he just broke down because they had done been to so many different houses where people stayed in the house and they hadn't found nobody. Like the whole neighborhood, they had like the neighborhood, they were having parties, hurricane
Oh,
parties.
oh my goodness, these damn dumbasses. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
And they finding all these people and the babies, the children, all of them passed deceased when they could have left. They could have left. Had plenty of time. They want you people had a week to leave to get up out of there.
Mm, 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 mm.
So sad.
They tell
Yeah.
you to leave, you take your behind and you leave.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Take your kids, your family, and you bounce. That's it. Don't worry about the material stuff. All that will come. Could replace that with no problem, but a life, no.
Yep, that was yep. That
Sometimes people get so attached to their material. No, I don't want to leave my.
it can be
You're gonna
replaced.
stay there, yeah. You're gonna end up losing. It's gonna get tore up from the floor, probably.
All my music, all my everything is in the cloud. My pictures, all that stuff is in the cloud.
Yep,
So if I lose all this other stuff, my art pencils can be replaced. My all that stuff can be replaced. My paper, all that. That's what insurance is for. All that stuff can be replaced, but you can't
yep,
replace
Hmm.
a life. I can
yep,
replace a pad of paper. I can replace a painting, a drawing, but you can't replace a life.
And the yarn. Forget that.
Yep. I can replace that too. I can and look, can replace my spinning wheels and stuff too. All
yep,
that stuff can be replaced.
yep. Replaceable.
Hmm. And the thing about it with our community, you probably won't even have to buy nothing. People will
Yeah.
send stuff to you when they find out you done lost everything.
Hmm.
Sandrine, you got these hooks?
Oh, that's the Colgate hooks.
I only got one. And that's the H one.
Oh, okay.
I love it too. I love my H hook. That's why when Jeannie Butterfly Dream was asking which one was Amazon, which one Hobby Lobby, I said I knew which one Hobby Lobby because I got mine from Hobby Lobby, and I
Oh,
just got the H one. And when I looked at mine, I seen what the letter and the J was, and I told her which one, and she was like, "Yeah." I said, "I know, cause I
look
got
at
it.
this one. It's purple. All purple.
I
Look.
know. I seen them on Amazon, and the dark ones too. They got dark purple too, like violet."
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause when them clover hooks first came out, I bought one, a G6. And when I opened that package and that thing was so small, I was like, ain't no way I can use this. It'd be digging in my hand. I tried using it and my hand, it was like right there, digging in my palm. I was like, this got to go to somebody else with small hands because I can't use this mess.
Oh wow. That means you must have bigger hands than me. Mine's is just a little bit because I got. Okay.
Look, but see, I don't
Let me
hold my
see.
hook.
This
I
is
ain't
a
no.
clover.
All
Yeah,
right,
mine the clover too, but I
this
ain't
is
no my.
this is one of them big Amazon glue sticks, right?
Yeah.
So they give you an idea of how big my hands are. I could palm a woman's regulation basketball.
Mm.
Like my daddy said, you need to register those as weapons because you can slap the taste out somebody's mouth. Like that's a toilet paper
But I'm
roll.
not a knife. I'm not a knife holder, so it
So
don't hurt.
that's
It
my
don't help
hand.
hurt me or nothing.
Yeah, I'm a knife holder, but Granny D said, "Yep, my daughter and her hubby were in NOLA when Katrina hit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they lived there, but they got out before it went down." Oh yeah.
Yep. Yep. Y'all saw them big X's on them houses. Mm-hmm. That let the coroners and them know which houses they had to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And some you will see like a big X sometimes, and then you see some small X's underneath it. That let the coroner know how many bodies inside, how many
Yeah.
adults, and how
Yep.
many
I
children.
mean children. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just sad.
Yep. You had all the grown military people crying their hearts out because it was unnecessary.
Yeah, of course.
Unnecessary.
And that's what hurts more because it was unnecessary. Like
Mm-hmm.
could have been avoided.
Yep.
What Mindy at?
Huh?
What Mindy?
Mindy's laying in her little pillow here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's not on the bed. She's laying on the pillow.
Little Uncle Fester, he'll be sleeping till in the morning. He'll get up around 8 o'clock.
Yeah, because I want to finish. I want to finish this, and then I want to finish Luna's poncho, and then I'm going to finish my sweater. I'm just going to work on my sweater until the other sleeve is done, and I got to remember to put a tag in it so I know which side is the front and which side is the back.
Mm-hmm. That's what
Okay.
I do.
Yep. Must already done weave it in already. Yep.
You heard them say your name, Mindy. Where's your mother, Mindy?
Cause I know when we was in Corpus Christi, that's before Katrina. When we left Corpus Christi, and I remember we was driving through like 10. You got that section if you're gonna go around
Mindy.
New Orleans, and you go down through Slidell on 12, and they had a lot of thunderstorms in that area, and you could see how high the water was from thunderstorms and stuff and flooding. And I had told my husband, I said, I don't ever want to have to come through here after doing a hurricane or after a hurricane because it got to be crazy, especially if the Mississippi flooded up river too. Shoot, there
Yep.
ain't no way I want to live down through here.
Hey, Mindy. Look at her. She turned her head too.
'Cause I know they was showing when, what was it, back in the 80s when they had all that flooding from the Mississippi River, upriver, and Ohio and
Yeah.
places. The whole town was underwater. The bank, everything was flooded out. They were in boats, and they said that they was on like they were at the second story. They were at the second story of the bank. They were on the bottom of the bank. The water was up to the second story of the bank. It was like a bowl, just like Louisiana, the way because it was like the plains where the rivers meet. There was like a depression area through there. So when
Mm,
that water flooded through there, it was crazy. And it was wintertime. And it was snowing when they were trying to check and make sure everybody was out of there. I was like, oh my God. Who in their right minds gonna stay when you see that water start rising like that?
mm-hmm.
And the government, they need to move them like they need to reclaim the land. When you get floods like that, they need to reclaim that land. Don't allow them to rebuild in the same place again and again and again. That's
Exactly.
wasteful. That is wasteful. If you are on a barrier island or an island off the coast of the United States, it ain't nothing but a sandbar, basically a glorified sandbar, and your house gets washed into the ocean, that's it. The government buy your land, you gotta go somewhere else to build. We taking this whole island back and let it go back to nature, and no more houses on it. That's what they need to do. Instead of just
Yeah.
every time you turn around, they over and over and over again bailing these people out. It ain't bailing out regular people who don't live on it. Why would you? I just don't get it. It makes no sense to me. If the insurance company won't pay for it, then why should the government pay for it? If you stupid enough to build on an island off the coast of North Carolina and South Carolina, where hurricanes come through frequently, then you on your own. I hope you're a
Mm.
multi-millionaire, because that's the only way you're gonna rebuild. Because the government ain't gonna pay for it, and your insurance company ain't gonna pay for it.
Mama, wait, sit down. Let me see something here.
All right, Granny D. Good night.
Good night,
Sweet
Granny.
dreams.
There, this is the confusing beautiful plastics. Plastic line up on this on the way.
And one thing I have learned is to weave and end the ends as I go. That way, when I'm done, I'm done.
Me too.
And there go my son-in-law stomping down the stairs. But he bought me pizza tonight. I didn't have to cook.
I made spaghettis tonight.
I'm ready to go in here and cut me a tomato up, put some salt and pepper on it.
I'm telling you,
Mm,
girl, get you some of that spicy Catalina dressing.
Nope.
You can put it on your chicken and bake your chicken. It is good. It is so good.
what is called?
The spicy Catalina dressing.
Spicy Catalina dressing.
Yes,
Gotta
it's
check
a
that out.
salad dressing. Yeah, but we put it on our chicken, so it'll be like it won't be like that barbecue taste, but it'll have a little
Yeah.
heat to it, like a little. You just add some more salt and pepper, and maybe put a little bit of curry on it too. Yes, and then you ladle the juice over you some rice or some potatoes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Now just speak my language. Well, ladies, and all, gonna get something to munch, work on a thing or two. Love y'all. Have a great night and week.
I'm
Love
going
you too,
down
All
too.
right.
Granny.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for
Good
coming
night.
by.
You want a fruity?
I think go make my husband roll over so he don't be snoring in my ear all night.
You leaving?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's 11:50. You said you was leaving.
No, no. I was reading what Granny D wrote
Oh.
there.
Oh, I thought you was getting ready to go.
No, no. I was reading
Hmm.
what Granny D was saying. That's why I said, all right, love you too. Good night, Granny D.
Let's see. You getting close?
What's your mind, Mama? Huh?
We getting
You
closer.
hungry? You want a fruity?
Yeah. After Abby was my rat terrier, and then after she passed away, um, Tater, we had him for about 2 or 3 more years, but he was a real big dog. He lived almost
Mm,
14 years, which was a lot because his
wow.
breed, they usually only live 5 or 6 years
Oh, wow.
because he's a mastiff breed, so they only live 5 or 6 years. But he lived almost, you get a dog that big that lives that long, it's like your child passing away.
Yeah, I know.
So I haven't had a dog. I haven't had a dog since
No,
then.
something happens to my dog.
Yeah,
That's it. No more for me.
my
Joy, because there's nobody like you, right, Mindy?
yeah,
No, I'm done with those responsibilities, and I know I'm not gonna get a good doggy like you.
mm-mm. So my
You,
daughter, they have a dog named Cake, and Cake she's starting to get up there now too. So they're gonna have to live in their own house before they bring another animal to mine. That's it. We got one cat left. That's it of ours. We have a
yeah,
cat left. That's it. And I think there are times when you just want to just walk away. All the children are grown. The cat can pretty much fend for herself.
yep. That's why I said that's it. But I am gonna get going anyway, because it's already
Yeah,
gonna be midnight.
yeah.
Got things to do in the
3 more
morning.
minutes, and then I'm gonna shut it
Oh,
down and go to bed. Make sure my alarm clock is set.
thank you for coming live.
Yeah.
I was thinking about you when I was here. I was like, man, if only. That's why I said, let me see who's on. I haven't been on the, well, I haven't been in my craft room for a couple of days. I
Mm.
just been really weak and tired and sleepy and
But
just,
you just gotta do what your body tell you to do. You gotta rest.
yeah. And that's what I have been doing. So finally today I was like, okay, I feel okay. Got up, did some house chores, a little bit of laundry.
It's that long. That's why they call it long COVID. Like when you get
Yeah,
it, where when you'll feel fine, and then 2 3 days later you weak and you tired and you sick again. Yeah,
yeah,
and that's why they calling it long COVID. When some people the symptoms and stuff keep coming back, or they just keep having these periods of fatigue and stuff. Mhm.
yeah. Thank God my husband and my son didn't get it like that, but me, it knocked me on my booty. I'm
I
not
want
one
to
to be
finish.
just laying up and
Mhm.
just not doing nothing.
He's snoring. Oh my goodness,
Who's snoring?
my husband.
Oh, he's sleeping good.
No, I have to listen. There you go. He have periods of sleep apnea.
Oh, like my husband, but he has a machine.
Well, the government haven't sent him his machine. He haven't received it.
No,
Yeah, And I'm
My
like,
husband,
but they
my
send
husband.
home the masking. They send him with masking stuff to use for the machine, but the machine ain't never made it here. They still ain't
How
sent
the
the
heck?
machine. So why would you send him home with
I
the
know.
masking stuff if you weren't gonna be sending the machine, uh, to be arriving in the mail a day or two later?
That's dumb.
That's
My
it's
husband
dumb.
paid a lot of money for his.
Yeah.
He actually needs to get a new one now.
I told him, I said, you need to contact the VA and find out where your machine at because ain't never been sent here.
Yeah.
'Cause that was a strong gust of wind.
All right, Juanita.
All
I'll
right,
see
it's
you
12
soon.
o'clock.
Have
Good
a good
night.
week.
Y'all take care.
Good night, y'all. Take care.